I never thought I'd see the day I'd be rigging my land like a battlefield trip. Wires, fake turrets paint mines. Not in a war zone, but right here in my backyard. All because the HOA thought I was too stubborn to scare off. It started with a gate. Just an old steel gate, hand-welded painted navy by my wife before she passed. It was the last thing she touched on this land, so, yeah, I had some feelings about it. And when Karen, clipboard queen of the HOA, rolled up one morning, flanked by two biker-looking guys and an SUV idling behind her, telling me my gate's permit had expired, I knew this wasn't about compliance. This was about control. She tried to act friendly, chirping about Section 8.3 and non-compliance, but I wasn't buying it. Neither was Jasper, my dog, who just stood there, stone still, not barking, just watching. The kind of still that tells you this ain't just some neighborhood dispute. I asked who gave her the right to cross my fence line. She said it was within community patrol bounds. One of her goons laughed and called my gate illegal. That's when I hit the switch. Boom! The gate dropped flat in a cloud of dust and judgment. Karen dropped her clipboard. One of the bikers hit the dirt like a sack of cement. And I just said, "You said it was non-compliant." Now it's gone. I figured that'd be the end of it. It wasn't. A couple days later, Jasper started acting strange. Wouldn't go near the barn, wouldn't sleep by his kennel. I checked around and sure enough found a camera buried under some loose dirt. Then another by the water line, one near the generator. All high-end surveillance stuff, not HOA gear. This was contractor level, so I brought in Shane, old friend, former EOD. He showed up in a bathrobe with a crowbar and said, "You want answers or a body count?" Didn't go loud. We went smart. Set up fake grids, dummy cameras, audio triggers, made the whole place look like a high-tech militia camp from the air. And just in case I dusted off some old skills, and a few real traps too. Then came the fire. Middle of the night, someone torched the chicken coop. Cheap gas job probably thought I'd panic. Instead, I activated paint mines. One guy got a face full of fiberglass and cayenne grease. The other slipped, hit the ground hard. I let one of them crawl away. I wanted them to go back and tell whoever sent them, this land fights back. Then came the twist. I found a camera zip-tied inside Jasper's kennel, the one place I never rig, never touch. It was like finding a bomb in your bedroom. That's when I snapped. Next morning, Derek shows up, HOA tech guy, friendly, harmless. Or so I thought. Shows up with muffins, acting like he hadn't just wired my dog's bed. "You look tired," he says. "I found the birdhouse," I said. "Green zip ties, your zip ties." He froze. Tried to weasel out of it, then switched tones completely. "You're on a list," he told me. "I'm the data guy. They just want access to the aquifer under your land." Bingo. It was never about my gate. It was about the water rights buried in the fine print. Karen and her little HOA empire were just the cover for something way bigger, corporate interests playing games with my life. But they didn't realize I'd been through worse, so I turned the land into a chessboard one, where they couldn't see all the pieces. Dummy turrets, paint traps, even a trap door in the barn. Shane called it a bounce house for bad decisions. We tested it 5 times. It worked like a charm. Next time they came, they didn't get paint. They got humiliation. 2 guys fell straight into the pit. Strobe flares went off. I tossed them a bottle of water and told them to hydrate. Shane showed up with a cooler and a lawn chair. We waited for animal control. Didn't even call the cops, just reported a feral animal issue. Yeah, they got the message. But Karen, she didn't back down. Showed up with deputies, tried to hand me a cease and desist. Told me I was making the neighborhood unsafe. I smiled, held up photos of her standing at every incident after it happened, never before. You're the storm. After the storm, I said. Always showing up late, always hiding the match in your purse. She said, you can't keep provoking them. I said, I'm not provoking. I'm protecting. That week, Derek quit. Karen got suspended. HOA cleaned house. Neighbors who once avoided me started waving again. One left cookies on my porch. Someone planted a tomato bush with a note that said, "Sorry for judging." I thought maybe, just maybe, the storm was over. Then the photo came. No return address, just a grainy shot of my shed taken at night. Shadowy figure crouched beside it. Jasper asleep next to him. Which meant whoever took it walked right past my dog without him knowing. This wasn't HOA anymore. This was surgical. Cold. Military, maybe. 3 nights later, 4 men came. Quiet. Clean. No logos. No noise. They moved like they'd rehearsed it. But they didn't know I'd already mapped every inch of this place for war. First one hit a dust bomb. Second fell into a trap channel. Third made it to my porch. I handled him myself, pipe to the knee, elbow to the ribs, slammed him against the siding. Fourth guy, Jasper, took care of him. Full bite on the wrist, heard the bone snap. "You're not supposed to fight back," one of them whispered. That's when I realized the truth. This wasn't just intimidation. This was a test to see if a man like me could be broken. But I didn't break. I built. I filed the paperwork. Submitted the footage. The water rights came back sealed, certified unmovable. Karen was gone. Derek vanished. And my name was the only one left tied to the aquifer. Now the land's quiet again. Shane brings over cheap cigars. Neighbors nod instead of whispering. Jasper sleeps near the porch. No more cameras in his bed, but I keep the button charged. You know which one. The one that turns this place from quiet farm to living hell, and I haven't pressed it yet. But one day, if they come again, I won't just defend. I'll erase. So tell me, did I go too far? Or is this what it takes now to protect what's yours? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about justice and the lines we draw when the people in charge forget who really owns the land.